How do you engineer an experience? When you strip away everything weighing you down, holding you back, you begin to float away, weightless, hovering. This is the hoverboard, the essence of pure motion, captured, refined, and reinvented. The hoverboard translates your will into motion. A single point of contact with the ground minimizes friction and frees your movement from a linear path. Inside, precision sensors and electronics smooth and stabilize your ride, gently accelerating in whichever direction you lean. The controls are intuitive. Gently apply pressure to one end of the board to accelerate. Lean gently to one side or the other to turn in that direction. When you stop, you can set the board down on its side to dismount. The electric motor powers a top speed of 20 miles per hour, perfectly balancing safety with efficiency at every turn.
In my first company, I had to figure out some way to pack all of the control electronics and the drive electronics into the motor itself. I succeeded in doing that, and we called the product the Smart Motor. That really poised me perfectly for making the ultimate personal electric vehicle.
The hoverboard moves you, but it's also a part of you, with endless personalization options to make your hoverboard a perfect fit for you. Built-in speakers pair with your smartphone, giving you the perfect soundtrack for your daily commute or weekend joyride. Onboard lighting gives you visibility at night, letting you ride a cloud of light to your destination. The hoverboard is perfectly balanced in both form and function. It's fully electronic, whisper quiet, and amazingly efficient. The high-capacity battery takes you 15 to 20 miles on a single charge. And the best part? It's not just an idea. We are riding the experience today.
The thing that sets the hoverboard apart is that it really does take skill to operate. It's an earned experience. You have to get in touch with the nuances of the hoverboard, and once you do, the reward is a gliding, kind of willful experience that carries you where you want to go.
The hoverboard is the ultimate form in a new class of electronic transportation, connecting us to our world in a way we've never experienced before.
As of this moment that we're shooting this video, there are only 6 people on the planet that can ride a hoverboard. We all have one thing in common: we cannot stop riding it. So we want to find out how many other people share our passion for the hoverboard. And we've set up our Kickstarter reward tiers to reward those people the most who sign up first. So if you're as passionate about hoverboard as we are, back us on Kickstarter and join us in taking your first step into the future.
Shaving as we know it is far from perfect. It causes razor burn, ingrown hair, cuts, bleeding, and even infection.
And if you have sensitive skin or a skin condition, it's even more difficult.
The US alone throws out 2 billion razors a year. Most can't be recycled because they pose a health risk, so they end up in garbage dumps. There must be a better way.
Can we create a razor that does not cause irritation?
A razor that shaves smooth and clean.
A razor that helps reduce waste.
This is why we created the Scalp Razor. Whilst working on lasers for cosmetic and medical purposes, I wondered, could I put this technology to better use? I wanted something that would benefit every single one of us. Shaving was the obvious answer.
The industry has been looking for a laser shaver for home use, but discovering a viable technology has eluded everyone until now. Wavelengths of light have been discovered that cut through dark hair, but not light or grey hair.
We wanted a laser that could cut all hair. Many prototypes were built, and after years of experimentation, we had found exactly what we were looking for.
We identified molecules in the hair that absorb a particular wavelength. These are called chromophores. These chromophores are the only continuous structure in the hair. They're shared by every human regardless of age, gender, or race.
The Scalp Razor is for everyone to use and it works great on any area. This is how it works. A traditional razor cuts the hair shaft at an angle. This is what causes your skin to feel rough. When the Scalp Razor makes contact, the laser melts through the hair shaft completely level to the surface of the skin. This leaves a smoother, softer finish that lasts longer to the touch. We really need your support to put the Scalp Razor into production. We have preliminary agreements with manufacturers, but we require capital to begin orders. We've spent many years developing this razor because we believe after 5,000 years of using the same technology, it's time to make shaving easier, safer, and greener. Help us bring shaving into the 21st century.
Introducing Batband, the first high-fidelity bone conduction headphone. A truly groundbreaking product which makes your social lifescape compatible with your private soundscapes. Place it around the back of your head, pair it to a mobile device, and enjoy the sound like never before. Hi, we're Studio Banana Things, and we're back on Kickstarter. Our dream with the Batband was to create a truly surprising and unconventional sound experience.
Batband talks directly to your inner ear, freeing your outer ear so you can stay connected with the world that surrounds you. We've been working for almost a year on a design solution that embodies the compelling qualities of bone conduction sound. The result is a discreet, intuitive, and
like the music.
This is really cool. Like, seriously cool.
At Studio Banana Things, we focus on day-to-day challenges faced by people on the go. Batband was conceived with you and your busy lifestyle in mind.
After multiple prototypes and conversations with manufacturers, all we need now is the initial capital to begin production rollout.
And with your Kickstarter support, we can't wait to make this dream reality. Thank you for supporting this project.
The most beautiful thing I've ever seen is the Earth from space. On this little ball is everything you've ever known, all of the history, all of your future, all of the beauty of what it means to be human.
The word that everyone uses is fragile. From the ground, it looks like the sky goes up forever, and from space, it looks very small.
Understanding the Earth from that perspective has enabled us to become better stewards of our environment, of our atmosphere, of our resources.
One of the things we want to do with Space VR is consolidating that message and telling it to the world.
Most astronauts that have looked at Earth from space and seen a larger picture have a changed perspective. They have a broader perspective.
It was only after my flight that I began to go, I can't be the only one who's had this sort of reaction. And that's when I discovered this term, the overview effect. We would all benefit if we all had a shared experience of this kind.
Virtual reality is very well positioned right now to start being able to give truly immersive experiences that make you feel like you're there.
It wasn't until I experienced virtual reality that it became clear to me that it's one of the missing pieces in the puzzle of how we get everybody to understand the beauty of space.
The overview effect has such a profound impact that once you've seen it, there is no going back. I think it can help everyone realize that our problems are a lot smaller than we think.
Inside all of us, there is a drive and passion for exploration to get to that next frontier.
With Space VR, we're giving everyone in the world the opportunity to become an astronaut.
The Overview 1 is a stereoscopic 3D virtual reality camera designed to capture a live 360-degree view of its surroundings, showing you the world from an astronaut's perspective.
We have done all of the groundwork. We have set up all of the partnerships and the agreements. We have built the camera and gotten ourselves space ready. And everything that we create, we will make available to all of our supporters. One of the experiences we will capture will be from the Cupola module. It is the viewing port for the International Space Station. From it, you can see the entire Earth at once. The experiences we create will be available on every VR platform, from Oculus to mobile devices.
So cool! That was
life-changing.
This will cultivate the next generation of explorers.
So many children dream about going to space. Dinosaurs are dead, space is alive.
We want to build a very strong community that understands that space exploration is now in our hands. Right now, we really need your support to complete our mission.
To pay for launch costs in the first year of operations. We want everyone that's passionate about space exploration to join our cause.
The more supporters we have, the further we'll go and the faster we'll get there. You can be an astronaut. By supporting us, you will help us decide where we go next. To the moon, asteroids, and even Mars. When we get there, we won't just be bystanders to history. We will feel like active participants, standing side by side with the astronauts. We will be explorers together.
If you're like me, you like to sleep. Every night. There's science behind how sleep makes us more productive and prevents disease. But I mostly like it because it feels good. I happen to be on the road tonight for the National Speed Cubers Expo, and room 214 just decided it was a good time to rewatch Rambo. Totally understandable. Sweet flick. But I don't think anyone's counting on them to give a big keynote in the morning on five-sided techniques. That's why I brought my Snooze. This little guy reduces the delta between contaminant noise and ambient sound. That's fancy talk for helps keep me asleep so Stallone doesn't knock me out of my REM cycle. You hear that? It sounds good. That's because there's no looping tracks of crickets or waterfalls. There's no waves crashing on the beach, but I'm in the Midwest. It uses a real fan. But unlike a real fan, I can pack this thing in my carry-on. It's not too cold in the winter, and it uses 98% less energy. Whoa, that's like almost 100. I'm just gonna go with 100. Close enough. Bet you think it's just pretty and portable, don't you? Well, it's adjustable too. You can customize the tone from light fan to deep fan, which is like packing a billion fans. And you can turn up the volume, which is great when you're doing the 5x5 and you need that extra concentration. I used to have to take amphetamines, but now I just turn it. And I think we've all been in that position before. Plus, you can control it from your phone. You know, for all those times you forget to turn your snooze off before leaving your house.
Dagnabbit.
You think it's noisy on the Rubik's circuit? You should try sleeping next to my wife. It's also great for kids. Studies have shown that babies are 3 times more likely to fall asleep when exposed to white noise. In my own personal studies, it's more like 4, but hey, I'm not a scientist. Sleep is important, and those cubers are counting on me. That's why I use my Snooze. Okay, technically it's not my Snooze, it's my brother's Snooze. I stayed at his house and I accidentally took it with me. But that's why I use the thing anyway. I like to think of it as a snooze button for the beginning of my sleep. Come on, Michael.